Let's hear it. Who's excited to be here tonight? Super honored. I can't believe this is bonus finally here. A couple of ground rules. Welcome to the universe's largest TARDIS. And our doctor will be here shortly to take us on our next adventure. A couple things to note. There's questions. There are microphones all over here to my left and to the far right. There you go. And we want to get to your questions. So do me a favor. Keep them brief, succinct, and ask a question. This is a great time to share like a personal, deep, long, tragic story. We'd love to hear that, but we want to get through as many stories as possible, so please help us succinct. And then secondly, Twitter this. Twitter, this event without Twitter, it's like a silence, right? You see it, doesn't exist unless you actually Twitter it. So Twitter that #WizardWorld, all right? Well, this year I've had a great privilege to be a part of some awesome Doctor Who panels, and we kick them off the same way every time. And so, if you have a sonic screwdriver, we must kick this off right with a sonic screwdriver salute. So let's hear it.
Bring it out. Let's get the sonic screwdriver out.
And appearing for the first time at Wizard World, actor, thespian, director, and our favorite Time Lord, Matt Smith.
Thank you for the welcome as well. It's nice to see you all. So many scattered feathers. Hello.
First time in New Orleans, I get a chance to check
My
you out.
first time in New Orleans, man. What a city! Kidding me, you guys are spoiled. I'm like, what, they live here? This is where they live? It's brilliant. I love it.
Well, let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into it. Seeing how this is all about time travel, take us back. Travel back a few years ago before Doctor Who. What was your life like before all this happened?
Oh, gosh. Well, it was different. I was an actor, I was doing a lot of theatre, and that was wonderful. And what's amazing about sort of Doctor Who is that you realise it's such a sort of family environment that you're welcomed into. Or in my case, not made very welcome. They were like, who's this young guy? He's not the Doctor. Yeah, and then suddenly your life changes quite drastically because you move away, you go and live in Cardiff for sort of 9 months, and then you get to come and do things like this, really.
Keep shaking.
And actually, I brought my best friend, who I've known for like my whole life, has come with me to New Orleans. You see it, Ollie, come there, come on. This is my best friend in the world. So he can probably tell you all my life about. We still hang out. So ultimately, my point is, my life is exactly the same, apart from, going to work on Doctor Who. Does that make any sense?
Well, before we get to fake questions, we had a monumental episode during Christmas, and it was of course, your departure, which made everyone in this room extremely sad. But as you look back now and looking at the past few years, what are your thoughts? Like, where's your mind at? How do you just describe this epic journey in the past few years?
God, it's so hard, really. I mean, I saw Stephen the other night because I was just in a play, and he came to see the play, and we were just sort of catching up. And he'd been hanging out with Karen because she's in LA, and just sort of like we just have so many wonderful memories of different Comic-Cons and of being part of that show, of this sort of family environment where you really feel like it is a shared culture and a shared world, and I just feel, I don't know, I look back and I feel very proud and very, just pleased that I got to play that guy as well. He's the dude.
You didn't just have art shoot to fill, you had like 10 art compared to shoot to fill.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
was it what you expected as you began that role and as you concluded it?
Well, I mean, I was so nervous, because David was such a fantastic doctor. And yeah, and he's such a cool guy as well. So is John Hurt, by the way. He's a Russell was so great, and so we were aware. But for my money, I was really lucky that I had Stephen Moffat, who I just think's a completely crazy idea. And then I met Karen and Arthur, who we just, it was so happened that we got on really well, and we got to travel the world and just be sort of mad together, really. Thank you. I love socks. I'm a fan of bright socks. They're my one flourish today.
Well, we have now, I can't even see the mic. Where's the mic over on this side? I'm sorry. Okay, she's been waiting and standing at that microphone for like 2 hours.
No, really?
So, please, what's your name?
Sarah?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Here we are in New Orleans. What's going on? Oh, no, it's
Are you going to give me a moment to go to here?
Yeah.
Any moments? It's really me. It's really me.
Yeah, okay.
That's you.
I'd like to know what's the scariest episode you've ever filmed, like you've ever
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Well, I think it's sort of dependent. I don't know, because I can answer the question in 2 ways. The scariest episode I filmed as an actor, starting Doctor Who, was the first 2 episodes we filmed with a wonderful director, which was the time of, Flesh and Stone, and the time of, what are they called? What's the other one? The Time of Angels. I knew that, I was just testing you actually. And you do, so bravo, well done. This is real. That is a show, you know, Fezes. And as an actor, I was deeply petrified. And then actually, I think, in terms of, I think the scariest monster for me is the angel. And so therefore, I think maybe that, or, I thought there was some really scary monster stuff in, it's called, episode 1, season 2, Day of the, oh god, there's astronauts in the title. The Impossible Astronauts. Testing if you do need it on that. The next test, there's 3 tests.
You're going to pass the flying colors.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what's your scariest episode?
For me, it's the astronauts too, because
Yeah.
well, it's the Statue of Liberty when it turned into this giant weeping angel.
Yeah, that was cool. See, that's Stephen's brilliant mind, you know. Cool.
I'll see you. Thank you, sir. Up here. Yes.
How did the silence? What was the last part of the question?
Blow up your shit.
Oh, blow up my shit. Basically. Yeah. Well, are you referring to episode 13, season 1? Which is basically what it all came back to, because they were then part. What happened?
Spoiler, you don't give away.
Yeah.
Not later on.
And who knows what's going to happen with Peter's Doctor Who? Maybe they'll come back, and I don't want to give too much away. No. Basically, they were working as some sort of cruel cult. But actually, in the end, they turned out to be quite nice. This is the great thing. In the end, they were like the silence and the Doctor kind of hanging out and the Daleks. It's all to do with the Daleks. Basically, in Doctor Who, blame the Daleks. That's it. Worst Doctor by the Doctor ever.
Yes, please.
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for coming. I'm sure we're all very excited.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So my question was, so Clara only got one word to ask the doctor for help, and I was wondering what your one word would be to describe this whole experience for you and why. Also, my friend made you bow tie and you got it.
Cool, yes, I did get a bow tie. One word to describe my whole experience in Doctor Who?
Yes.
Wow. These are really tough questions. One word to describe my experience in Doctor Who. Wait. This is a word born of Latin and of Time Lord. Geronimo Splendidus. Geronimo Splendidly, which means Super Geronimo. I mean, there's a whole language.
Hello.
Hello.
The first question was my stepdaughter, and the second was my son. We're huge fans.
Wow, you've kidnapped the people that are.
We'll return them later.
Yeah.
My question is, how do you feel about Peter Capaldi's doctor having a relationship with River Song?
Don't ask. You're really possessive over it, Alex. And listen, I said this to Stephen. I was like, listen, just not Alex. Anyone, don't dig him really. Yeah. But Peter is the doctor now, and the doctor rules, and hey, what can I do? What can I do apart from watch and be like, people used to turn up in fezzes. I don't know really. I think it's an exciting journey, and I think that Stephen will be planning things that are going to unfold over years, and I think he'll reinvent the sort of the folklore. It will be Peter's folklore. But I'm really proud of the fact that Alex was part of number 11's life, my wife.
So as you look back over the years, was there a favorite moment, maybe on screen, off?
And we went, holy mother of Joseph, what the Americans like Doctor Who. Whoa, they really get it, man, and they're really into it, and that was really exciting. And I think that, the first screening in Wales that we had was really nerve-wracking. And then me and Stephen and everyone, and that guy Bondi who you just saw, we went to watch the 11th hour at Stephen's house for the first time, and that was with my mum and dad and with Karen and Arthur, and that was quite exciting.
Hello, sorry for the crowd. This is not screwdriver. I don't know where it went to. Anyway, hi Matt.
Hi.
So your regeneration on Doctor Who was one of the most sad, but also the most beautiful things I think so far, because up to that point, I feel like he couldn't say goodbye, he couldn't accept change, and at the end he's so peaceful. And it was really great to see him go out that way, but I wanted to know what you thought about that change and what gave him his peace at the end, and also how your doctor changed throughout your entire time.
Right, okay. Thank you very much. I have to, I'm struggling to hear the questions as clearly. It's nothing to do with you, I think it's the mic, so forgive me if I repeat myself asking them back. But I think I heard, you're talking about my regeneration,
right,
and sort of me going out, but peacefully. Well, it was a sort of Stephen thing. I think when you look over the history of Doctor Who and stuff, and previous regenerations, and I think he was really interested in it being quite simple. And I thought one of the real moments in it, I was really pleased when Amy Pond came back into it. And that was really nice. But for me as an actor, I mean, being really honest with you, I did loads of really different takes. So I was quite surprised to see that was the take that they used. because I thought they might go with something else. Because we did a lot of different takes, and we did a lot of different versions of that ending, and a lot of them were really troubling, and I quite liked them. I'm going to get in trouble now from everyone, they're like, why are you talking about Doctor Who when you left? But you know, that's what they went with, and it was sort of interesting. So yeah, and as an actor, you sort of, I think your job is to offer up as many options as possible, which is kind of what I try to do. And I don't know, what gave me that peace at the end was, it's strange. Like, I mean, imagine if you're dying, and imagine if you're facing the world and the people you love, and you have that, you know, that real serenity, like old people have it. My granddad has it, like there's sort of peace to them, and a serenity, and a quality, and they're comfortable with their life and who they've been. And I think there's something in the Doctor going, and also the key point, and this was the big thing that kind of Stephen always says is, for the Doctor, he doesn't go, I'm dying. He goes, I'm living. And I think as the actor, you have to be unselfish and go, the Doctor's not dying, it's just, but as an actor, you're going, burning up inside, you know, but the character lives on, and will go on, and, you know, beyond me and Peter and everyone else. And I mean, I've met loads of kids today, and in like 40 years' time, there'll be another Doctor. It's strange. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. Giving up Doctor Who is hard. I mean, I love Doctor Who, I love the show, I love what it is and what it represents and stuff, but I always wanted to be a professional footballer. God, that sucks. And I love that, but I feel quite happy and fortunate to be Doctor Who, you know. I think there's a couple of girls that might consider it.
Space travels and you travel to another parallel universe and we find another Matt Smith, what would you be doing other than acting?
Ooh. What would I be doing? President of the United States. Free healthcare for everyone. I don't know, I'd probably be, I quite like directing. That's quite fun. I quite like the idea of exploring that. Wouldn't it be, you know, interesting to do something really brilliant, like, I don't know, be a dolphin or something? Could I just be a killer whale? They can travel around in pods, no one else can eat them, they look cool.
So, go ahead.
Hi, Matt. I'm the 103rd Doctor on Tumblr. So my question is, what number Doctor is Capaldi?
Spoilers.
Well, the thing is, I got really attached to 11. And then obviously, for my money, he's 12. Because I like being 11, just because I like the number 11. But then, you know, there's a whole lot of Doctor Who science that might suggest otherwise because of Johnny Hurt, the other Doctor. But for me, I think I'm 12. What do you think?
With John, and if you count 10 too.
You think 13?
But yeah, 13.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing, isn't it? I mean, technically, if we're obeying the actual science of Doctor Who, he is 13. That means I'm giving up 11, which no.
You know, speaking of all 12 Doctors, 50 years, celebrating 50th anniversary, you know, we talked about this in our earlier fan panel about what's Doctor Who's contribution to 50 years of pop culture? You know, as you look back over time and space, and as historians look back, what do you think will be Doctor Who's contribution?
Well, that is a really good question. I mean, I think it's really massive, actually, I mean, particularly in Britain, because I think even if you have never watched the show in England, you know what the word Dalek represents, you know what that blue police phone box, you know what story it's from, and you know if someone says, you know there's a sort of culture, it's sort of born into the fabric of you. And actually, I tell you what, this is what's been really interesting about this convention. Of all the conventions I've done in the US, I've seen the most young people here, and I think that is really encouraging because and I heard that it was on BBC America early in the morning, which I'm really pleased about because I really believe that Doctor Who is for all generations. And in America, it seems more like it's a cult adult show, and it's nice to see more and more kids getting involved because it's good to scare them out of their sticks.
Yes, I'm here.
If there was another show besides Doctor Who that you could be on, what show would it be?
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time. You can't quite hear it because of the feedback. Go ahead and say it again.
If you could be on another popular show, what show would you be on?
Oh, God, that's a good question. If I could go on another popular show, what would we do? No, listen, there's no room for me on Sherlock. Come on, they've got Benedict and Martin. There's quite enough peculiar illusion on that show. There's no room for another. You just want to decide for me. I'm not going to have it. I would be on.
We're going to go on a reality show. If there's a reality show on that.
Oh, no. No, I'd be awful. I'd be terrible on a reality show. I'm really moody. Terrible in the mornings. When my football team loses, I get massively grumpy. You'd hate me, really. I really like, it's probably really popular in this stream. I thought Breaking Brand was phenomenal. To be in a room with Heisenberg, or just, you know, all like kind of Aaron Paul would be very exciting. I love The Walking Dead. I think that's really cool. Do you know what show I really love? My favourite TV show in ages is I'm Adam Partridge, which is an English show, which I can only recommend watching. It's Steve Coogan. Check it out. That got sort of flutter of but I'd like to be in that. Good question.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello there, Matt Smith. My name is Isabel. I love you. We're done checking. Just like, what was your favorite part about filming The Day of the Doctor? Because, like, I don't know, David Tennant and John Hurt, they just seem like really fun guys to be with.
Oh, they are. And also, big props to Jimmy Piper, who's a great friend of mine as well. Do you know what? The most amazing thing about that is that you knew you were doing something really historic. You sort of knew it was a real moment in the history of the show. I feel like we did okay with it because we were all really nervous because we know that our fans in Doctor Who have high standards. So we wanted to get it right. Yeah, it was just exciting. And then seeing Tom, like, I got to do a scene with Tom Baker, you know, it was great. He's cool. He's totally like what you'd expect him to be. He's basically Doctor Who. You're like, wow, you're really Doctor. You're really. You're actually from space.
Can you describe your last moments as a doctor? What you're feeling inside and
I was on a wire, hanging in the air. Forget where I was there. And it was, you know, me and Stephen, and we're not emotional men really, we got quite upset actually, it was very sad. And it'd been 4 years and I was so close with all the crew, and that was my life, and this was my life, you know, coming and doing things like this, and it's a very hard thing to leave, but hey, you know, you can't stay forever. But I was very sad, and then I went and got massively drunk. Don't do that until you're over the age of 21. If you ever come to London, do it at any team, but don't tell your parents.
Yes, over here.
3, the badger. Classic animal. And 4, the golden eagle, because solitary and you fly around, they're visibly high. Yeah. And if we're going to pick a top 5,
Human!
But, I really want a dog. I really want a dog, but is it my favourite animal? No. Oh, it's got to be something aquatic. Unicorns on.
Where did you start with that?
Sorry, I was starting an animal off. I don't know. Let's see, pick the top 4. Llama, otter, badger. There was another one.
We wandered into a strange place in that. Yes, over here.
Hi, Matt. I'm Mira.
Hi.
Okay, so my question. So you've already been the doctor, but if you could be any companion, who would you be?
Oh my god. Oh, that puts me right under the cosh because I can't pick Karen or Jenna. But we get to the meal. No, we don't want to do that. Who would I be? Right.
Canine.
Good question. Rory! Rory! He dies all the time. He can't run in a straight line. He looks like Arthur. I just want to kiss and hug. I feel like, no.
Canine.
Canine!
Good job.
Good question.
If you can pick a episode of Doctor Who to live in real life, what episode would it be?
If I could be in any episode.
Like, if you can live in an episode in real life, what episode?
Oh, gosh. Ooh. I don't know. I think for me, it would have to be the 11th hour, and I'd have to be the person that met the Doctor. Because that to me is the whole magic. That's still my favourite episode that I was ever in. The very conceit you could meet this complete lunatic. And he can, I just think the idea behind it is so wonderful. And it's based in normality, and it's about a doctor and a little girl, or it's about the doctor and a child, and I think that's really important. Stephen's really good at that, actually. He gets children in the show a lot.
So was it actual fish sticks and custard and had been tasted?
Yeah, it was. But then we also had coconut sticks and custard. But we got the actual fish custard going down as well, because I'm a really serious actor. I'll only need to see if it's dish custard and I can actually go to Canada.
Taking on a show that's been on for 50 years now, and being the main character, being the one person that holds it all up, how do you deal with that much stress?
I tell you what to do. You lie in bed like this, and you go, please don't be the one who breaks Doctor Who. And it makes you a really irritating, boring, self-obsessed person. And then you get away with it. Oh. That's what happened.
I know that we're talking about more the funny and humorous bits, but just as an actor, how do you feel like you've evolved? And how's your craft changed over the years?
I think I've got much better at acting on the film, and I always wanted, which is why the costumes sort of changed and evolved, because I always wanted the character to feel like it was going on a journey, and I hope over the 3 sort of seasons you go and see him grow up a bit and deal with more and get a bit more troubled and a bit more moody and a bit angry and then a bit more silly and a bit... I hope there's a variation through the years over the seasons, and I just try to sort of be as inventive as possible on camera, really.
If the TARDIS was real, where would you travel to?
I've answered this before, but I'll answer it again. pick up Marilyn Monroe and Frank Sinatra. I'd go back and watch England win the World Cup. I'd go check out some dinosaurs. I'd come here and say, hey guys, what's going on? Keep watching Doctor Who. I'd get back in, go find some aliens in the future just to check it out and win. And then I'd probably go to a pub, you know. Have a Sunday roast. Where would you go? You come with me, I'll pick you up. You're in. It's going to be great.
Yeah, okay. Well, she said Andrew's marrying me.
Hey Matt, I'm Carolyn.
Hi.
You have been an integral part of Doctor Who for the last 4 years, and you've absolutely left your mark, and you will be sorely, sorely missed.
Thank you.
So, all of the fans, could we please see the drunken giraffe one last time?
Were there any, look back, were there any unexplored stories that you thought, hey, I wish we did this, but just never happened?
Yeah, I was really wanted to do a whole episode set underwater. But it'd be really expensive, but so you go in and obviously you won't be able to do fireplaces, we've got huge sea monsters and it's really expensive. I thought if you could do something like, you know, that would be really cool. Yeah, there's lots of stuff, because that's the amazing thing about it, is it's so endless and limitless, and Stephen's got such great ideas. But I look back over my time and I feel I've got to work with some great actors, some writers that are at the top end, and I've got to come to film in America and stuff, and I was pretty lucky. Hi.
The 50th anniversary of the Day of the Doctor was amazing. I'm so glad that I got to see it in theaters. And two, do you know about a webcomic called Homestuck?
I couldn't hear that, I'm so sorry.
Do you know about a webcomic called Homestuck?
No, I don't. Sorry, but now I do.
I'll look it up, I guess.
Yeah, no, I will. Who's saying?
Homestuck.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Hi. First of all, I hope you enjoyed the journal I wrote for you. But secondly, my question is, Doctor Who has taught me so many important lessons and morals over the past years, even the classic series. What is the most important lesson or moral to you in Doctor Who?
Always make sure you bring a hot chick with you. Tell me that's not what the doctor does. Like carrying them, Jenna Coleman, Billy Fight. I mean, come on. Like that, I think, and also I think embrace the spirit of what I found amazing about playing the Doctor is that he's well, at least my version of it was, he wasn't cynical about the world. And it's why I find kids fascinating, because they'll pick something up and taste it, or they'll see something and they'll engage with it, or they do things for the first time. And I think sometimes as adults we become more cynical and we lose that. And I think when you play something like the Doctor, you're constantly reminded to be sort of open, mad, and childlike. And I think they're the most interesting animals, generally. They are cool, it's true.
I think one of my favorite quotes was, in 900 years of time and space, I never met someone who wasn't important. And I think that, he was talking about how much through your craft, each made everyone feel important, of course, to come off his writing. But I think that was something that really impacted me.
Thank you very much. That is not, yeah, cheers. between Matt Smith and the character of the Doctor. Oh God, I mean, he's way cooler and better. I can't compare myself to that. I mean, he's just, I just can't. I mean, he's a Time Lord. There's no...
How about that? What's one thing that's cool that you do that the Doctor doesn't?
Oh, well, I mean... well...
Talk about that later.
You could do it if you really wanted to. What's cool? What I think are the kind of similarities? I'm really clumsy. So my Doctor, I think, turned out to be quite clumsy, and he didn't really know what to do with girls, and I thought that was also quite funny. I thought that was quite interesting. I'm just not as funny as he is. He's a much sort of funnier creature, I think, than I am. And I don't know really. I mean, I suppose I was quite a strange child, really, and I imagine the Doctor was. So I embrace that as a similarity. I think being strange as a child is a good thing. The main differences are he's older than me. He can travel in time and space. He has two hearts. I don't know, like, yeah, he's just better than I am, really, but I feel quite close to him. Yeah. I don't know, no, but you know what I mean, though, like, when you know that character, you're like, is there a better character? I don't think there is. I think he's the one, and I think he's the best.
So as one chapter comes to a close and a new chapter begins, what's the future for you?
I don't know really. I'm going on a bit of a road trip now, which is going to be cool, with my friend, and taking a bit of time out. I just did a musical in London, which was fun. American style. We might bring that over to your neck of the woods one day, and I don't know really, just sort of live life. And yeah, that would be nice. But I'm actually not here. I'm back home. It's March 4th, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Do you know what, though, guys? You've got cool. It's a great city.
Yeah, it is.
I had some gumbo last night. Fish and some alligator. Do you eat alligator? You are a bunch of mavericks, you know. Well, okay, why not?
We'll eat anything, Pat. We'll eat anything.
Yeah.
We just have time for a couple more questions, so go ahead.
Hi. First of all, I just want to say this is my first Comic-Con, and being able to meet you at my first Comic-Con is amazing. I don't think anything can top that, because no one can top Matt Smith. You can thank my friend for that, just ask a question. My question is, what inspired you to become an actor and to get the part of the Doctor?
Good question. Well, I was a footballer before, and I was really lucky. I had a teacher called Mr. Harding, Jerry Harding, and he was convinced I should be an actor, and I just thought it was like NAF and only for girls, honestly. And then he kept putting me in these plays, and I just didn't turn up. And he ran my heart. He said, "You've got to make him come to one of these plays." And he really was a big influence on me. And then with the Doctor, it was really random. Like my mum had said to me, "You should audition for Doctor Who," and then like a week later, I got a phone call from an agent saying, "Do you want to audition for the Doctor?" And Doctor Who, I was like, "All right." Why not? And I did, and I went in, and there was a goldfish in this room, and I was looking at the goldfish, and Steve was there, and the producers and stuff, and I sort of did my best, and I went back and I did another audition, and they were like, it was really weird. And then I went round to Stephen Moffat's house. This wasn't even a question, I'm just telling you a story, but I went round to Stephen Moffat's house for dinner, and he was like, that was really strange. Yeah, so it was sort of, there wasn't really any pre-planned order, it just happened. I'm great at it.
question having no answers. So it's over here. Go ahead.
Well, hi, Matt. How are you? If you could go back and change one aspect of your costume, besides the bow tie, of course, what would it be?
Sorry,
Yeah, first part of the question one more time. Sorry, keep you down this stuff. Thank you. Go ahead. Say again.
If you could go back and change one aspect of your costume, besides the bow tie, what would it be?
Oh, change one aspect? Wow, that's a good question. Do you know, like, I've got my whole costume at home, and I'm like, I can never wear this. What the hell am I going to do with this costume? Unless there's an anniversary where I can break out. I think pretty much what David did. I think he just brought it back from his house. I could wear it, but then I'd look like some sort of idiot. They'd be like, oh God, are you that guy from Doctor? Oh, you are that guy from Doctor. Wow, you're really desperate, aren't you? If I could change one element,
Or anything.
Do you know what? Do you know what I saw today, right? Do you know what I would have quite liked? I had my fairs, I suppose. No, I did the Stetson. I mean, I had hats. Socks! Boom! That's what I did. Bright pair of socks. Like Target's blue socks or something, I should have. Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up or it's out of control. It's gonna get blue here. Okay, so for our last question, two more fans. How do your hometown fans compare to American fans when it comes to anything last you'd like to say?
Well, I think Who is one big worldwide family. That's the great thing about it. You guys are wonderfully enthusiastic. Your support, I'm just relieved that anyone ever turns up. You know, it's honestly, thank you for having me for 4 years because it changed, made my life